You know, I'm going to be real with you here, guys. This whole week's edition of Raw was just okay. I don't really want to talk about the whole show because that ending segment, that main event segment, had me like, damn, dude. This is the stuff and the reason when I always get asked by like non-wrestling fans or people who know I do YouTube and they know all I do is really bitch about wrestling. I always get asked by people, hey, Jace, why you still watch it? Why you still talking about it? Well, here's the reason why I still watch and talk about it. One, it's just kind of like a thing that I do. I like watching wrestling. It's a fun thing. Even though sometimes, yes, the enjoyment's not really there, I still like watching it. It lets me interact with other wrestling fans because let's just be real here. I don't really have a lot of other people that want to actually talk about wrestling. I find wrestling a fun escape for me, really, to be honest. All wrestling, not just WWE. Like, y'all see me with my Impact reviews. You know, I have graded Impact positively 3 out of the 4 weeks that I've reviewed Impact weekly. So, which means that I do enjoy wrestling. It's not that all wrestling is bad and doo-doo. You know, it's just sometimes WWE, it's just easy to kind of pick on them because they do stuff and you're like, man, y'all could be doing so much better with your product. Some of the stuff that you guys do with your product is just kind of weak. You know, it's just not consistent enough. You know, it's just the consistency of WWE. It's just kind of eh. But there's just stuff sometimes that happens in wrestling where you just go like, you know what, this is why I still watch wrestling. And that main event segment where the Shield came out and beat up the Care Bear. Oh, that was a great main event segment because I've always wanted, man, like the thing, like kind of like what the Shield did in NXT. If y'all ever watched those early NXT days when Seth Rollins was NXT champ and then the Shield got brought up to the main roster, but the Shield weren't really like an NXT thing. And so then they put the Shield under the NXT as well. And so, like, they had it where Seth Rollins was champ, and the Shield always protected Seth Rollins, making sure Seth Rollins would never lose. I always wanted that on the main roster. I thought it could work out. I don't care who's the champion, Reigns, Ambrose, or Rollins. I just want it where it's like, you know, you can't beat the hound mentality of the Shield. You can't beat the triple Cerberus. You got to freaking, like, do so much to beat them. Like, the numbers game is just too much. All three are talented in their own right that they can make any match interesting, and they can make any feud interesting that they're in. So, for me personally, I always wanted it where it's like those three together. Tell me a single human being that could stop a world champion when there's one of them wrestling in the ring and the other two are on the outside. And it seemed like we may have gotten the sprinkles of that. I don't know if this was just a one-time thing because WWE knew what city they were in and they knew that, hey, we had to do something where Roman Reigns isn't the most hated dude walking out of Barclays because he just beat Finn. And granted, yes, this wasn't Demon Finn. Finn wasn't wearing his little Lego paint, so it wasn't like Finn Balor was at full strength. So WWE could get away with that being like, well, he didn't beat the Diamond. But you can't have it where he beats Finn Balor and then all of a sudden after he gets like a competitive match with the little Yahoo Irish man, he struggles where he goes on and acts like it's nothing, big dogs it up against Braun Strowman, the Care Bear. That would just be too much. So WWE knew, they're like, we have to be smart about this. And they sent out the Shield. And they thought, oh man, either way we win. Because fans may be mad that the Shield did that, but hey, maybe that's our plan. Maybe we're just bringing back the Shield as a heel group. But at the same time, we all know that the fans, they love the Shield. So it's almost like WWE, they just said, you know what? We know what we're doing here. It's kind of like when you're playing Madden against your friends, and you have like that one play call you know they can't beat. My play call is like this cross drag route. I have the drag route if my friend goes and covers the cross route, or I have the crossing route if he covers the drag route. Either way, I'm getting completion, I'm getting a first down, and hell, maybe a touchdown. That's how WWE felt like with this ending segment tonight. It was like they had their favorite play in Madden. They knew what the person was going to do with their user linebacker. They knew no matter what they did, they're going to either gain a first down, they're going to get a good catch, at least a 20-plus yard gain, and hey, maybe an RAC for a touchdown. That's what WWE knew what they were doing with this final segment tonight. And I liked it. Because, was it a touchdown? I don't want to say it's a touchdown because I don't know really what the Shield's all about. I still have my complaints. You guys see my reviews. I've said it for weeks. Ambrose should be feuding with Reigns. Why is Ambrose cool with Reigns right now? Like, Reigns wasn't there when Ambrose got his ass beat. Ambrose should be bitter about that, but I don't know. So that's something that we gotta look into. But, hey, it did gain a first down. It did get the tractions moving. And it did make something that where it's like saying, for me at least, there's one thing I actually want to see next week on Raw. Now, the rest of the show, you guys are going to say, Chase, you're talking a lot about the main event segment. What else happened on Raw, Chase? It says Raw review in the title, and you're right. It is a Raw review. But I'm just going to be real with you guys. I came in late watching Raw, so I fast-forward through most of it. So I'm not going to give this show a full grade. But from what I saw via the flashings of the fast-forwarding, I didn't miss much. I saw the Riot Squad took on the Boston Hug and Ember Moon. Poor Lashley came out to a Tito Ortiz type reaction, and he freaking fought our boy Constable Corbin. I actually watched Triple H's 10-minute promo where he just pretty much said, "This era is coming back. I don't know what I'm saying. I'm just out here for like 10 minutes because they told me to. And here's a picture of Shawn and Undertaker and I and end of an era. Well, the era's back. I'm going to put on my suit and then take off my suit. And I'm going to go out there and beat the Undertaker. 70,000 sold out. Same night as Khabib and Conor. Fuck us, right? Facing the Undertaker. I am the game. You want the game back. You got the game." That was pretty much Triple H's promo. Like, word for word. Swear to God. Scout's honor. So, yeah, you got that. Then I fast forward again, and I'm pretty sure I missed something I worked about. Then I saw Elias, and I thought, oh, maybe an NXT guy will get called up. And then Kurt Hawkins came out. Then I fast forward even more. And then afterwards, I saw that Stephanie was in the ring. So I was like, oh, what is she going to say? And she said, "And women are made because of me." And then Ronda came out, and now she's the voice of the women's division. She just pretty much sucked up to everyone, being like, "Natty, you are the reason why women wrestling exists. Sasha Bailey, like, thanks to your takeover match, like, 3 weeks ago, or 3 years ago, sorry, my bad, hey guys, there's a reason why, the evolution happened." And then Bella Twins are standing there waiting for Ronda to say shit about them, and then Ronda's all like, "I got nothing." And then Stephanie's like, "You break people's arms, that's the reason why you called them up to this ring, to break their arms." And then Ronda's like, "I only break the arms of the people who deserve them." And then Ronda goes and like anticlimactically breaks Stephanie's arm. And then all the babyface women give Ronda the title. And it was like there was no setup for Ronda to face anyone. And like that's the thing about this Raw. As this ended, and then we got all that B Team versus the Revival crap, I was sitting there and I was saying to myself, you know, for a Raw after SummerSlam, you would think that WWE would, you know, have a bunch of old guys come back. You know, that's what kind of like their forte is. That the Raw after SummerSlam is kind of like a baby version of the Raw after Mania. Yeah, it's not really like the Raw after Mania where it has like that great grandeur and like WrestleMania just ended. So WWE's trying to do a bunch of like cool, fun stuff during the live show. But it is still, you know, a big time Raw. They have had returns and debuts that made fans like go crazy for it. And yet there is no old veterans or old guys returning, you know, just for a quick little nostalgia thing. There was no NXT debuts or call-ups, and normally you would think, oh man, there would be a call-up or debut, but there was nothing, dude. It just felt like this Raw was just missing so much, man. The main event delivered, though, like Balor and Reigns, that was good. And I liked how in the opener they set that up, because Reigns was all like, "Hey, I want to fight him because I'm the big dog and I'm the champ." Like, yeah, that's all I need Roman Reigns to cut promos on. To be honest, like, Roman Reigns, as long as he just cuts promos saying that he wants to fight people, that's all I care about, because that's who I want Roman Reigns, the character, to be. They had Reigns beat Finn Balor without the paint, so it's like, oh, well, he beat Finn without the paint. So, yeah. I like the main event stuff. I like the ending segment, obviously, because I talked about it a lot in the beginning. Just overall, though, for after SummerSlam Raw, this Raw was just, you know, it's just bad. And that's something where, like, sometimes wrestling fans, they go, like, "Oh, Chase, dude, you just say the show's bad, and that you talked about this for so long." It's like, I know some people don't understand this, but when I review, it's for like people who barely watch wrestling, not really just for wrestling fans. You know, us wrestling fans, we already know what to expect. But I want those who don't really watch certain products all that much, when they come to my reviews, they'll say, "You know what, man? I trust Chase will give me a fair review on the show," and stuff like that. And I'm not trying to say it's bad just to be funny or just to like, you know, just because it's the norm. It's just that, you know, if I sat here and I said to you guys, I fast forward during most of the show, how can I say, oh, this show was okay or solid? You know, I can't sit here and tell you guys that. That's a lie. Fast forwarding through stuff is not good. Yeah, sure, I came into Raw late and maybe it was to catch up with everyone and what they were tweeting about. But really, to be honest, the main event thing was the only thing that really delivered for me. You know, I got a Triple H segment, and the opening segment seemed alright. But other than that, oh yeah, and Constable Corbin is now GM Corbin. What an amazing twist that was. Like, I was so happy to hear about that news. Like, I love Constable Corbin. There's no Mojo Rawley this week, so my little hidden gem wasn't here. Yeah, Raw was just bad for me, man. Like, The main event was good. The ending segment was great. It's one of those things where it's just like, this is why I watch wrestling still. For cool stuff like that. So yeah, man. Overall, Raw was bad. But what did you guys think about this week's episode of Raw? If you guys haven't catched my SummerSlam review yet, check that out too. I uploaded that today as well. Remember, guys, just like our new Universal Champion Roman Reigns, always be a big dog. And... Yo!